I will be reading the finalists for the bisexual speculative fiction, sci-fi, fantasy, horror, etc. And let's see what they was. Coda by Emma Trevain. I'm sorry, this isn't working. Do you have it in print?
Yeah, right here.
I'm sorry. The FRGs only work for actual printed material. Okay, here we are. Okay, let's start over. Coda by Emma Trevain. The Elementals by Sandra Mitchell. Inheritance by Melinda Lowe. Love in the Time of Global Warming by Francesca Leah Bloch. Pantomime by Laura Lamb. The Stars Change by Marianne Mohanraj, and The Summer Prince by Elia Dawn Johnson. And the winner, now we get into the exciting stuff. I'll need help wrestling. No, I got it. Okay. Bisexual speculative fiction, Pantomime by Laura Lamb.
Family, can you get the speech off the clipboard? Let's bring the clipboard up here right now, actually. Sorry, I meant to go get it at some point. Laura Lamb, unfortunately, she lives in the UK. She wasn't able to come here. I love pantomime. It has a special place in my heart. And this is what I need right now, yeah. Just need those here. Do you need to put forth anything? Okay, so this is the speech that Laura, actually, you're giving us the word, why don't you give the speech? This is the speech that Laura wanted to be read.
Okay. It's quite a strange thing, writing a speech without knowing if you've won, but hoping you have. As you're all hearing this right now, I guess I have. I am amazed and honored to have won the Bisexual Book Award in the Speculative Fiction Young Adult category. I'm sorry I couldn't be there to say this in person, but as I'm terrified of speaking in front of crowds, it's probably better it's read by someone else's steady voice. When I first started writing, I kept beginning and abandoning books, not quite falling in love with them enough. I dreamt up Micah Gray while at university and fell in love with him and his story. I began a book with him as an adult and then decided to write a short story, in quotes, about him joining the circus in his teens. That short story is now 100,000 words, so I got a bit carried away. Pantomime was the story I most wanted to tell, about a brave character finding himself and coming of age, but who falls between the lines of gender and sexuality. When I wrote the book, I worried it wouldn't find a home. I remember reading Melinda Lowe's number crunching of GLBT characters in YA and how small a slice of the overall publishing pie GLBT characters had already, and how bisexual and transgender characters were an even smaller percentage of that tiny slice. There were no entries for intersex characters at all. But wonderfully, the book was picked up. And wonderfully, I have received messages from all around the world, from people who connected with Micah and his story. It has been a privilege to hear from bisexual, gender fluid, and intersex readers who have identified with Micah. It has been a privilege to hear that others have said that they learned a little more about gender diversity and sexuality. Micah Gray has found a home in readers' hearts and minds, and there's no place I'd rather him be. Thank you to everyone who helped me along the way, my early readers, my agent, Juliet Mushins, and my publisher, Strange Chemistry Books. Thank you to the bloggers, booksellers, librarians, teachers, and readers who spread the word about my books. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart. my Laura Lamb impersonation.